Hey guys, it's Wednesday morning. Wednesday is hump day. If you've been here before, you know it's not my favorite day of the week, but I am going to growing on me. Anyway, excited to be here to do these 1-minute devotionals called Power Minutes. And this year we're reading them from the Daily Dose. We're almost done, a couple months left in the year. So if you want to buy this book, all proceeds from all sales we do at shegiveshope.com go towards the work we're doing in the Middle East. So check it out and shop. In the meantime, let's sit up and listen to today's Power Minute. Today's Power Minute is called God with Us. Our verses 139 of Psalms 7 and 8. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. Have you ever thought about the greatest promise that God has made to you? See, God is a promise maker and a promise keeper. There's nothing he promises that he won't fulfill. His word is always true. We struggle not because God has not made any promises, but because we haven't gotten a hold of his promises. Most of us don't stop long enough to think about God's promises. There are many awesome promises, but the best promise God has made to every Christian is the promise of his presence. In Matthew 1, we meet Jesus, the Son of God, and he's called Emmanuel, God with us. In Isaiah 41:10, God tells us, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God is with us. He has promised never to leave us nor forsake us. It's the promise that kept Joseph hoping while in prison and Moses going on in the desert. And it's the promise that you and I can hang on to when everything feels like it's wavering. Won't you lean on the promises of God's presence? Because when it comes to this promise, God is going to keep it forever. Now think about this. How can you remind yourself of God's presence today when you're too busy to notice him or too jaded to care? Sometimes it's one or the other. Sometimes we're busy, sometimes we just don't care because we don't need. Need is what prompts us to pray, basically. Need is our trigger to pray. And so I don't know where you're at today, but you might want to set your alarm to remember that God is with you. Maybe put a little thing in your phone. And there's all kinds of ways that you can remind yourself of that. Maybe if you have a prayer partner, you can say, hey, text me during the day. Hey, God is with you. Or maybe put a card on your dashboard and just write the verse that I just said from Isaiah 41:10 to remind yourself that you're not alone today. There's nothing you can't face, not because you're strong enough, but because God, who is for you, is strong enough to help you and you're not enough. So I hope you have a great day. I'm praying for you. I love you guys, and we'll see each other again tomorrow.